Hey friends, welcome to another episode of my vlog. It's Monday, August the 12th. Sorry for going MIA on you for a few weeks, but life was lifing hard. I got caught up in the CrowdStrike troubles with sitting in Atlanta, trying to get out of Atlanta with a Delta flight. You can imagine how well that went. Made it eventually home on that weekend, but it was safe to say that that weekend was a bust. The following weekend, I had to go to a conference, so that was not possible to record or do anything. And then the weekend after was a full rain weekend, and the week after that, which was not this weekend but last weekend, I got sick after all that traveling and conferencing for work. So yeah, for the amount of people who sneezed on me and coughed on me, I think I'm very proud that I stuck it out for 4 weeks. But yeah, so that has happened. So this weekend I had to do still some work catching up from all like traveling and not feeling well the week before. So I didn't record something else. I want to at least record a vlog for you. I'm promising that I will be hopefully back to normal regular scheduled program by next week, I hope. So we'll see. So this video is coming out on Friday. I'll try to make a mashup because what I did yesterday as well was harvesting my potatoes, but it was messy and I didn't have much time for gardening. So I didn't take the time to record because it always takes a little bit more time of it as well. But yeah, I'll show you here a few pictures. I decided to not do my typical, let's just dump it into the gorilla cart and see what I got. I was digging through those grow bags, which saved me a lot of time. But today my wrists are hurting so badly, like they were so sore. Like I was like digging a little bit like a dog in those grow bags. But it felt like it was working well. I think I got most of it out, but the harvest wasn't the greatest, although I was concerned that my pushing out the harvest window would end up in like rotting potatoes or something like that. That was not the case at all, so I was happy about that. But overall, just the amount was really, really small compared to what I usually have in my grow bags. This is like the 4th year in a row I do that in the setup, and I think that was my smallest harvest to date yet. I'm not exactly sure why. Only my Adirondack Blue were still producing somewhat normalish, and I will weigh everything next weekend so then we have the numbers. But if I would need to guess, I think it was like 30% less than years before, so I'm not exactly sure what that was. I have a feeling it might have been the rain. The soil was really compact in them, but again, it had been rained on. That was one of the reasons why I also didn't want to the turnover and dump it method, because those grow bags were heavy with that still wet soil in it. So yeah, and I looked like a pig afterwards too, so I didn't think that was great for recording anyway. But everything is still doing otherwise fine. We can walk around here and just take a peek at my flowers here. Sorry for the little mixed lighting conditions so early in the morning, because I had to get this out over here. And let me quickly back up and show you here that hibiscus. Don't ask me for the variety. I got that a few years ago, but that one is loving the water. I think that's the biggest it's ever grown, and it's really a nice showstopper. Just look at it. So, but other than this, our filler section here is doing really great. The ageratum I got from one of my garden friends is doing really, really great there. We have a lot of deadheading to do when I'm back. I did a little bit yesterday on the Cosmos because they looked the worst in terms of deadheading. We also had a storm come through the other day. When was it? Friday. So that was not helping either. That's why my zinnias are leaning a little bit towards that direction, but that's what happens this time of the year when the plants are getting so big. And you can see here, like I hacked the cosmos down to this level. That will just help them to refresh hopefully in another couple of weeks. And then we have here my other floret zinnias. Yeah, they are doing really, really nice still, although they need a lot of deadheading as well. I pulled a few out here and there, but they are all doing great, except for the one over here. They have all like leaf rot, but it doesn't seem to affect the blooms or so, so I'll keep it in here. It's really, really hard to avoid something like this with the amounts of rain we had. It's just a bummer. But look, my dahlias are coming up. I actually cut out here a lot of them to cut them slightly back when the storm was coming, so I had some blooms already inside. But look here, this is a Bloomquist Allen. This is from Cozy Town. I think that's the berry sugar or something like that. I need to look at the labels. And let's quickly go over here. This is a Bloomquist Dave. This one has already thrown like 4 blooms or so. I have that already inside. And this is one of my favorite. No vase life whatsoever, but the pollinators love them, so I keep them in here. There's a Bloomquist Golden. And then the rose is still flushing a few blooms still. Yeah, gotta harvest or clean up a lot of things, but look at the bumblebees. Yeah, so I think when I'm back on the weekends, I'm gone from later today till Thursday night again. We have a lot of blooms to take care of and to play around with, so we can make a video for arranging. Those are cute. Those are the Daisy Duke, I think. And then here, the sections with my seedlings, which makes me happy every day. They are doing so great. I hope they're producing as nice of a tuber as it did last year. So I think I have like 4 of this gorgeous seedling here, and then 2 of this funny one, which I almost didn't plant it, and I'm so glad I did because it has such a cool color gradient. Just look at it. It's like so nice. When it ages, it fades. Like look here. It's like so pretty. And this is when it gets started. Yeah, so pretty. So yeah, we'll probably also do another round for garden tour this weekend or next weekend to give you an update, because we also harvested, of course, in the meantime, the onions and reseeded this. What we have over here is daikon, which I love in the fall, and I'm not sure if you can see it, but there are my Thanksgiving carrots coming. So they actually germinated really well. We had a week of rain, so I threw the seeds in right before that, which was great. We had like perfect temperatures and yeah, non-stop rain. This week is quite the opposite though, so I have a watering here to have Mr. Grown in New England spray them just over a little bit so they keep moist for good germination, but looks good. So let me know how you are doing, how your garden is doing. I know August is always like the time where things start to get troubling with like diseases. I see it everywhere. On the cusp of taking out one of my cherry tomatoes because it's like so diseased, but then I just didn't have the time, so oh well. Still producing and the fruits are looking good, so I do not care so much. And sometimes you got to go with emotions and just focus on your priorities. So all right, I gotta go. I have to drop off a large harvest basket of center cut squash on the food bank because I didn't have time to make bread or pickles this weekend, so that goes back to our local food bank here for food donations. And it feels like I'm feeding here the city of Edinburgh food bank with my center cut squash this year, but I rather have them eat it than just going to waste, obviously. So have a wonderful week. Let me know if you have any questions and comments. You know, I love to chat with you in the comments, and otherwise I'll see you next week. Thank you.